I miss One Direction. It's been almost 5 years since maybe the last ever One Direction album was released. And I just can't live without them. Because I miss One Direction so much, I'll just go on like multi-month long binges where the only thing I listen to is One Direction. And in doing this, as I've gotten older and listened to more music, and learned more about what it's like to write songs and how to write good ones, I've really been able to see One Direction's music through a new lens. And I've realized that some of One Direction songs are so bad. So bad. But I am a true Directioner, and I do 100% believe that they went through an arc of artistry in their career and got progressively better and better at making music. But there's just so many songs that people never really talk about that are kind of like snuck into their albums, ones that weren't singles or fan favorites necessarily, but were just like so bad, and like I don't know how they made it past the machine that created them. So you guys, it's almost been 5 years. I think that we're at the point where, because we love them so much and because they're off doing mostly good things, we can have a heated argument about the worst One Direction songs we've never talked about. So ye Directioners, come out of your caves and get ready to fight. So these are my opinions, but they're my opinions because they're based on fact. I wanna have a rational discussion about this with myself and you in the comments. So I'm basing my choices about what the worst and best songs are based on this criteria: original or interesting concept, lyrical continuity / quality, and the X factor. Get it? Which is basically if the song has that tasty pop crack element to it, which is basically the purpose of One Direction and boy bands in general, to just have really good, fun pop songs that get stuck in your head and makes you want to dance and throw your bra on the stage. By the way, the songs I'm not mentioning is because they're either singles, they're either really popular, and so it's like people already have their opinion about if they're best and worst. It's not the ones that are kind of like the track 7 ones that people don't know unless they're hardcore One Direction fans. Or they're songs that I really genuinely think are a matter of opinion and people could make a case for them being on either list. Or they're just kind of like a mediocre middle where I can't say that they're the best or I can't say that they're the worst. So with that being said, let's objectively go forward. Let's start with the worst One Direction songs no one talks about. Stole My Heart. So this was like the 13th like deluxe edition extra on their first album, and it just starts with this like horrible like dance disco garage band synth thing that's just so bad, and then Niall's voice comes in and it's like the worst you've ever heard Niall sing. Like I remember listening to this in 8th grade and imagining Niall as like this creepy old man on the dance floor alone. It's sad, it's getting hot on my shoulder. It ain't good. The whole song of Stole My Heart just kind of feels like he took some like Equate brand pop lyrics and threw them onto some risers and synths. It's just like trying to be like a lit club song, like you stole my heart when I saw you across the room at the club, but like none of the concepts in this song are like strong enough for that to work out super well. Taken. This is the song in which I first discovered that Liam is my least favorite member of One Direction. Sorry for all the Liam fans out there. All around me are familiar face. The whole song is so just like whiny and dumb. It's just like the song that like brings the vibe down. Like it like doesn't really fit any vibe. Like there's like the songs that bring the vibe down because they're emotional songs, and then there's the songs that bring the vibe down because like even if you're going through that experience, you still don't want to hear a song about it. So it basically has the same chords the entire time, but the problem is that it feels like it has the same chords the whole time. It feels like there's no melodic difference between the verses and the chorus. You only want me 'cause I'm taken. Wait 1 second. Who do you think I am? The best way I can describe Taken is it's the song that someone sings at karaoke night, during which people turn to their friends, finish their drinks, and leave to go to a different bar. Stand up, So put your hands up. Okay, I'm just gonna do this every time. I won't be leaving till I finish stealing every piece of your heart. So this song is another example of pop magnetic poetry. They just took some buzz phrases. From the moment I met you, everything changed. Would swim all the oceans just to see you smile. I won't be leaving till I finish stealing every piece of your heart because you stole my heart. They just threw them on the fridge. My favorite line of this is, I had to take you and make you mine. This is actually like a pretty common theme in early One Direction. They will say something possessive and confident in an attempt to be sexy, but the same phrase could have come out of the mouth of Ted Bundy. I would. Would he say he's in a love-e? Cause if it were me, then I would. So One Direction originally came out of a pop machine. The people that designed, marketed, and wrote the songs of One Direction were very smart people. So I don't understand why they would make a song like this. So there's pop crack, which I've explained in several of my videos, which is where a song is meticulously designed and engineered to be a radio chart topper for the specific moment in time that it's coming out. And then there's songs like this. They've got the repetition, they've got the possessive, feel like the boys singing to you boy band quality, but it's just so bad. Like, I cannot be the only person who thinks that this is one of the worst One Direction songs that exists. The only good part is when Harry comes in with, he drives to school every morning while I walk alone in the rain. Something about like the timbre of his voice when he comes in, especially like after Liam's vibrato walrus timbre. I'm sorry. I don't like hate Liam all the time. I just think that Liam's voice was like not great in the first, anyway. But the thing I hate most about the song is the fact that the beginning of the chorus is, would he say he's in LOVE? Well, if it were me, I would. Along that same line, no one compares. No one compares is like everything people who hate boy bands think a boy band is. It's like when you're trying to convince your snobby friend or your boyfriend that One Direction is actually like a very talented group of artists who've come very far in their work and have really interesting, unique, and well-crafted songs. When Nobody Compares comes on, your TED Talk is over, and you'll take the aux chord with disgust before you can show him any songs from 4. Basically, Nobody Compares is just recycled concepts and feelings told in a distasteful way. It's so pretty when you cry, wasn't ready to hear you say goodbye. The last worst One Direction song no one talks about. I think that You and I is a damn bad song. I just realized that You and I is actually a single, which really just like speaks to my point more, because if it was so unoriginal and unmemorable that I didn't even realize that it was like the first single of Midnight Memories, wow. It feels like more pop magnetic poetry, and musically it's in this weird vibe where it's not quite an emotional song, but it's not quite a happy, fun song. It's like kind of this awkward, like sincere but inauthentic middle ground. Literally all of the lyrics are just recycled ideas. You and I. Oh, you and I. So those were